Hey there, it's Mindy. I know we're well into the summer, but I am still sprucing up my outdoor spaces. And today I have three Dollar Tree patio decor ideas that are quick and easy to do. Let's get started. This first project is a quick and easy wall hanging using these willow wreaths from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using two sizes and attaching them with these zip ties from Dollar Tree, which I'll show you in just a second. And this is a quick and easy project just to add some texture to your outdoor space. I'm going to be hanging this on a wall right outside my front door, but you could easily put this up on a fence or wherever you want to, even on a small patio. So I simply arranged the wreaths in a random pattern, and I used the zip ties to attach the wreaths at any points where they intersect. And I tried to do this in such a way where the zip ties weren't showing too much. I love the natural color of these willow wreaths, but you could also paint these with spray paint to easily match any other decor you have in your outdoor space. Once I had all my wreaths attached and I trimmed all the zip ties, I decided I wanted to add a little bit of color to this piece. So I added these foliage leaves, which are also from Dollar Tree, and a few yellow flowers that I had on hand and I'm repurposing. So I used just floral wire to attach these so that I'll be able to remove it if I want to switch it up for the fall and add something else. So in order to secure this really well, I am going to just twist the end of the wire and feed it through the inside of the flower. If you use faux flowers a lot, you'll know that they're attached by like a plastic piece in the middle. So I'm just twisting the wire so that it'll sit inside and secure the flower. And I have used these yellow flowers in so many projects. I just love reusing my craft supplies, especially when creating seasonal decor, and it's a great way to decorate on a budget. So I'm not always going out and buying new pieces to decorate seasonally. For my second patio decor piece, I'm using these planters from Dollar Tree, which I love as is, but I wanted to add my own touch too. So I separated the base, which made it easier to paint with my white chalk paint. And I found these planters months ago at Dollar Tree along with some macrame plant hangers, which I was so excited about. And I am determined to keep some flowers alive on my porch this year. Once that white chalk paint layer was dry, I used a combination of gray and beige acrylic paints to add a bit of visual texture. So, what I wanted to do was give this sort of a cement dipped look. So, I used a makeup sponge to just dab on each color in layers. And I didn't let each layer dry, I just did it wet, um, to give it, a textured look. And this planter is already a bit textured on its own, so this worked really well. And I just repeated this process until I had this base fully covered and I had the look that I wanted. For the main part of the planter, I decided to add a design going around the center. So I found an image in Cricut Design Space and I created a one-time use stencil using cardstock, which is a simple, easy way to quickly customize any decor. So I'm really loving my Cricut Joy for smaller projects like this. And what I did to make this project even quicker is I cut out two of the same design and just cut that piece in half so that I had two stencils and I could stencil each planter at the same time. So I've given tips on stenciling before. If I can find the video in which I did that, I will link it. But the biggest tip I have is to use a sponge brush and offload as much paint as you can after you put it on that sponge and dab straight up and down to get a nice clean look when you remove your stencil. So to stencil around the entire planter, I just used as little paint as possible to allow it to dry quickly, and I just repeated the pattern, just layering the stencil after each one. And finally, my third project is a door hanger slash layered wreath using this sign from Dollar Tree. So in keeping with my modern boho style, I decided to add some wood beads to the jute hanger at the top of this sign and paint the bottom of the sign using black chalk paint. And this was easy to do, just pull the jute string out and then staple it back down. I did end up doing 2 layers of chalk paint, and before I started I actually sanded just a little bit because there is glitter on the letters of this sign. So once my paint was all dry, I added this magnolia flower, which is from Walmart. I believe they still carry this, but I'm also repurposing this and the leaves from previous projects, and I just added them using hot glue. And then to give this a layered look, I placed the sign over this metal hoop wreath, which you guessed it, I previously used. And I'll link that video. I'll link all the videos that I'm referring to in the description box. But I just placed this over the hoop wreath and added some fringe using some crochet yarn. And I just did a simple macrame knot, which is, I believe, called a lark's head knot, which you get by just doubling a whatever length of yarn you want, placing the doubled end over the wreath and pulling that down, creating a loop, and then pulling the 2 strands through that loop and pulling tight. And I'll show you a close-up, but all I did was add a bunch of strands like this just to fill in that space beneath the sign. I hope you enjoyed these quick and easy Dollar Tree patio decor ideas. In just a second, I'll show you how I added these decor pieces to my patio, but I'd love to know if you decorate your patio for the summer. Go ahead and leave me a comment. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already for weekly home decor DIYs and tips. As always, thanks for watching.